back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. To throw, it's Murray. He finds his man Johnson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge is a successful one. On 3rd down, Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Javonte Williams. A touchdown run in that first half. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals, and they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Lance now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there's a bust in coverage.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 31, Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Shotgun now from Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Myers now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.